Welcome back. We are now joined by the CEO of Purity Organic, Greg Holzman.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm going to ask the question, what is organic?
What is organic? Organic means that the grower is not using synthetic chemicals in their growing process.
Okay, so
That's the
you
idea.
have founded a company called Purity Organic. How is what you give or deliver any different from what else is out there?
Well, for one, we started a long time ago. We've been doing this for, I invested with an old partner from a real estate business I had in San Francisco. And in 1987, we started an organic orchard in Oregon, in Mount Hood.
Okay.
So that's one of the older apple and pear orchards in America. And we were using our fruit and going through a company called Made in Nature. And in 1993, they didn't pay us for our fruit. So I started their business as Pacific Organic Produce was the original name of our company.
Oh, wow.
And we started our brand about 10 or 12 years ago now. We used to put growers in their own boxes and create all sorts of different boxes for all sorts of different growers that hired us. And they said, Greg, I'm tired of putting my own boxes together, come up with a label. So we came up with Purity. And about 7 years ago, we decided that in order to better serve the growers we work for, how can we better make use of the fruit they pick and put in these large bins, and they're not always as pretty as when they go in these pretty boxes. So we started a juice company. And I'm really proud of our apple juice. Every time we make it, it's a limited edition.
Is it really?
It is. It's different every time.
Okay, what is a limited edition apple juice?
Well, we make, just like you would a wine, just like you would a wine, we have what's available, and we look through it, and we say, this will make a great juice. We use a little bit of tart apples, a little bit of sweet apples. We make a nice blend. And it's 100% fresh crushed organic apples.
Okay, so fresh crushed, 100%. What's the shelf life?
Well, because of the PET plastic, it allows us to pasteurize it, flash pasteurization, put it in that bottle hot, cool the bottle down, and that tastes is good for a year, and it tastes pretty much a year later the day after we make it. And we put it in the bottle within a day of the crush. So it's pretty cool. We have like on YouTube and Facebook some images of how we do it, so you can look at those if you want to see them.
Okay, so you're into juice making. What's next for Purity Organic? I mean, where are you going to be making?
Thank you for asking that, because we are looking to express our brand with the fruit that we work for. We work for probably 200 different growers. They're all organic growers, and they all say the same thing. Greg, I want to send my kids to college, and I want to grow more organic fruit. So what can we do to better make utilization of the bin of fruit that they pick out of the orchards, whether it's cherries or peaches or plums or whatever comes off the tree? So we've thought about and are working on apple chips, apple crisps, fruit squeezes, things like that.
So how do you make sure your growers are doing what they say they're doing?
Well, there are certifying bodies. CCOF is a California certifying body. There are international certifying bodies. And even when we bring fruit up from South America, we're certified by Swiss or German certifiers.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I always wondered that, you know.
No. It's very legitimate and very correct.
So I now want to ask you this. I'm not sure if you know the answer, but I go in grocery stores all the time. Okay. And I see organic, and I see it's not organic. And I walk by. What am I getting? I'm paying a lot more for organic.
No, okay, sometimes, yes.
Sometimes.
Yes.
You know, there's a big difference in the price point. Is it really worth it?
Well, we'd like you to think so. I mean, you know what got me? There's a quick story.
Tell me.
I was working for we went up to visit these large apple growers, big apple shippers. I don't want to name names, but conventional growers. Okay. And I watched, they bring fruit in from the orchard in about 60,000 pounds of apples at a time in these bins. Do I get some water? Oh. So, at any rate, I see them washing the truck down in a drencher with this chemical that's going over the entire truck and all of these exposed apples. The very first thing they do after they finish drenching is wash the truck down. And I thought to myself, are you kidding?
Wow.
And that's a preservative that allows that apple to last for 12 months in storage.
That's
and I
scary.
hate to say that. I mean, the apple industry might get a little bit bothered, but there is truth to that. And we don't do that. We store our apples, but we don't put any treatments on them to keep them. So we work with what we think are fresher fruits, and that's a good incentive on just the apples alone, right?
Well, I just think that's scary. Is that why when you walk by a dish and you see an apple there and you go by, a month passes and it's still just as beautiful as it was when you picked it out?
In fairness, that preservative they put on is really just for what they call controlled atmosphere storage, where they reduce the oxygen in the rooms and they put the fruit to sleep. And the fruit gets hungry looking for oxygen and starts to burn up, and they put a chemical on to stop that process.
Okay, that was deep. That was good, though.
All right.
Okay. Thank you, Greg Husband, for being here today. For more information, you can log on to www.purityorganic.com. We'll be right back. Now you lost me a little.
Thank you.
No, we could have gotten you one.